guys, yes, put my project back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in here for another episode of Pro Wrestling Today and talking about AEW Full Gear with its final pay-per-view for AEW Full Gear. Got the tablet, so let's get right down into it. And the only match that we had on the buy-in was for the NWA Women's World Championship. Of course, with this one where we had Serena Deeb and as well for Allison Kay for her debut, being able to try and gain back the NWA Women's World Championship, a championship she had before a while back. It seems like forever now. But this one really good stuff between the two, and actually Serena Deeb actually gaining the win and actually retaining the championship, and Thunder Rosa coming out wanting her rematch. I'm sure that happened maybe at the next pay-per-view, perhaps. That'd be pretty cool. It would have been nice to see this on the main card, but you know, it is what it is. And speaking of the main card, where we had the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament final between, of course, Kenny Omega and Adam Page. It really could have went either or and still would have been practically, at least for me anyway, a win-win situation. So, you know, what a hell of a way to start things off, and the tournament has been really cool, and I had a feeling it was going to come down to these two, and it did, to see who was going to be the #1 contender to the world title. And just a really cool back and forth matchup between the two, the former, you know, tag team champions and everything, and the former tag team going head to head. And Kenny Omega actually won this one, so I don't know if this is the end between Omega and Page, if they're gonna patch things up and have it be, you know, bygones be bygones. But Kenny Omega is actually the #1 contender to the World Championship. Then we had Orange Cassidy and, of course, John Forrest Silver on this one, and going head to head, basically looking to have Orange Cassidy move on from the Dark Order, hopefully. And that's what happened. Orange Cassidy was able to get the win there, so really cool on that. And then we get into the TNT Championship. Cody Rhodes, that's right, Cody Rhodes having his last name back and everything, and being able to go up against Darby Allin, and Darby just, you know, scouting out Cody Rhodes and everything, and wanting the TNT Championship and doing everything that he can, and Cody Rhodes trying to stop him, make sure he didn't. But Darby Allin was able to come out on top, and he was able to get the TNT Championship, so hopefully that would be sticking around for a while too. Of course, Team Taz actually coming out and attacking Darby Allin, so I'm sure there would be like a future tag team match, and of course Cody Rhodes having the respect of Darby Allin, so I'm sure, you know, they were able to work things out in a future tag team match. Alright, so then from there we get into the AEW Women's Championship match. Of course, Shida and Nyla Rose in this one, and it was nice to be able to have Nyla Rose come back. We haven't really fully seen her too much and everything, with everything going on right now, so it's understandable. So, you know, these two, you know, going to war and actually having Nyla Rose, you know, beat the holy hell out of Shida, and Shida coming back. Vicky Guerrero getting involved, but Shida was able to not only just come back and keep the Women's World Championship, so that's cool. She was able to retain her Women's Championship and everything, and who knows what will happen out of this now. What's next for Shida? Same thing for Nyla Rose. We'll have to see. And then we get into the Tag Team Championship match, one of my favorite matches, definitely as well. FTR and the Young Bucks going at it, and basically in the dream match and the Fight Forever Classic between both teams, and Tully Blanchard not able to be there at ringside, so banned from ringside, and you know, the crazy spots between the two back and forth. And when you thought FTR was going to retain, actually the Young Bucks somehow, someway make a comeback, get the tag team titles, and we'll see what happens with that, and it'll probably continue. We'll see on that. Then we get into, of course, the Elite Deletion match between Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy on this one. Basically, you know, vintage kind of like deletion match, what Matt Hardy likes to do and everything. We saw the Hurricane on this one, so that was cool. We saw Gangrel, that was dope. And of course, some of the members of the Inner Circle trying to help out Sammy Guevara. But after a while, it just ended up being back to 1-on-1. and Matt Hardy was able to stop Sammy Guevara. So we'll see what's next and everything. I know we were supposed to, get that insane, crazy tag team match before, when we had everything, change with what's going on right now. So I don't know if they're still gonna be able to have that at some point. I don't know. I heard that, but we'll have to wait and see. And then MGF and Chris Jericho, basically with this one, MGF wanted to be a part of the Inner Circle, and basically the stipulation on that, if he won, he joins the Inner Circle. Chris Jericho and MGF actually going back and forth and everything, and still can't believe that MJF won and is now a part of the Inner Circle, and Wardlow is also a part of it too. So, we'll see where that goes. I kind of have a feeling Wardlow might not want to be able to stay there for too long. Maybe he might be turning against MJF, but I could be wrong in that. I kind of got, a little bit of that vibe and everything. So, there's that, and of course the world title I Quit match, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston on this one, and basically, doing everything that they can, using the chairs, the barbed wire bat and everything, anything and everything to actually say I quit. But in the end, Eddie Kingston saying I quit. Of course, Jon Moxley retaining the World Championship, and we'll see who's going to be able to stop Jon Moxley, since he's been World Champion for quite some time. I think almost 300 days, so I think from what I saw it was 200 and something days, 253, could be wrong on that. So, definitely one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year, the final pay-per-view for AEW, so I like that they have it every once in a while. The next one is in, I believe, in January, so we'll see what happens with that. Until then, what are your thoughts? Those are mine. Leave the comments down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date for all of my videos. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whatever the hell the next video may be. Until then, stay safe.